What it is, y'all? It is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with more Danmachi. And today we have the new, basically, best I can tell, this is like a new version of Wargame-ish, sort of. There are some very high similarities and a lot of differences as well. But it is basically like a new PvP event that just gives you a little bit more control over what you're doing. So let's go in here, let's talk about it, and let's talk about some of like the interesting subtle nuances that we know at this point in time. Now, it is worth noting, look, this runs for like a month. This is running from today literally until the 25th of July. So you have 25, 26 days to run all of these runs, and you really want to do this every single day. You can get 3 runs a day, and you want to make sure you're utilizing these to the best of your ability, as you'll see here in just a moment. But let's go and jump in, let's talk about this, and let's just, get this underway. There's not much more we can do, okay? I've not done any of my initial runs on here, so we are going to learn about this a little bit side by side, but I figure it's the best way to go about it. So, when you first plop in here, you're going to notice a very similar screen. Now, instead of this being like, almost looks like the screen you would have in like a Familia event, except these are War Games teams. These are foes that you're going to be fighting, and you can specifically choose which opponent to fight. And the first thing right off the gate, and I actually almost missed this. I almost fought the wrong team. You want to pay really close attention to the victory points. Right next to the icon for the unit, there's a little tiny, it is just a very tiny little, just more or less, I say, text that says victory score and then gives you a number. So Lily's team is plus 30, this I's team is plus 20, and the Tione team is plus 15. That's literally the amount of points you get for fighting the fight. I almost missed this. I almost just literally picked the middle team and didn't think about it, and I would have actually cost myself quite a few points. So you want to make sure that first and foremost, if at all possible, you're always gaining that 30 points. And as of right now, really, if you go to overall score, 90 points is kind of where like everybody's at right now, or most everybody, I should say. I'm sure there's some people that aren't quite there yet. Personally, me, I'm at 0 because I haven't run it yet, but 90 points right now is the maximum that you can obtain. So you want to pay really close attention to the victory points, but you also want to look at these teams. And if I actually click on the unit here, I can actually see the team I'm fighting, and I'm not worried about this team. If I click over here, it'll show you the battle power down there. So total power is 55,000, and if I grab my team's power is 94,000. So literally like double the amount of power. So this will probably be an absolute stomping. But how did I obtain this team? Because when you first come in here, basically you're going to have nothing but these Bell teams. Since this is Wargame, because this is Wargame, and because you can select which teams you're fighting, basically you can build like your optimum, pretty much ultimate team that you've always wanted to put together. You don't have to worry about stall mechanics, you don't have to worry about all that stuff. And literally go in here and fight who you desire to fight. So, case in point, if I go back out here, let's say this team, for the sake of argument, I go in here and I'm like, oh man, this is a massive stall team. Like, this team is going to stall like crazy. Maybe I don't want to fight that team, or I feel pretty like confident that I'm going to lose that fight. Then I can go back in and fight a different person. Or the one thing you will notice down here, there's an update button, and you can use this up to 3 times a day to change the teams you're facing. So if you have basically your top 30 team there is like some just absolutely terrible stall team that you're like, nope, not facing that, you can hit update and it'll change. Now, one thing that is worth noting here, as you get higher in the ranks, they're going to start hiding some units up there. I believe they start with the final unit on the team, and I believe in the end, by the time you rank up to what would probably be equivalent to like a Jester or maybe even Hero rank, they're only going to show you the first unit on the team. So these are going to be much, much, much harder to predict going forward, which also means if you're building a team, you probably want to sandbag your best unit and showcase a unit that might bait people into fighting you. Case in point, if your Jester or Hero Rank or something like that, and you throw like that Argo Bell that everybody has on the front of your team, and let's say then for the sake of argument, the rest of your team is just absolutely insane. A lot of people are going to choose to fight your Argo Bell, and then suddenly get in there and go, oh man, I did not plan for this. Or build a crazy stall team, or build a crazy ailment team, or whatever. Just basically, you can then bait people into fighting you. Just throwing that little knowledge nugget out there. I know that sounds like a really awful thing to do, but it is PvP, guys. This kind of stuff happens. So, a lot of things that we're going to have to learn over the course of the next couple of weeks. What we'll probably do is we'll probably come in and like every week or so do an update on this and like talk about the things that we've learned about this brand new battle mode. Because this battle mode will be around for a while and there will be a lot to take in over the course of the next few weeks. But the other thing to make note of here, I don't believe we get many Irish rewards for this, if any at all. Instead, you're going to get this unique like little, I don't know, looks like a tile, like floor tile. Congratulations, you get some laminate tile. Little slab of linoleum there that you can exchange for luxurious items. Case in point, 4-star ticket. Awesome. 2-star tickets times 14. That's really awesome. But what I'm really looking forward to, hero lights. Love me some hero lights. Totally worth. I would be grabbing those in a minute. Bellas are really good if you're like newer at the game. But for me, right now, I don't know. I wouldn't be going after him. I'd be going after Hero Fauna personally, or Exilia Books. So there's like some really, really, really phenomenal rewards in here. So just basically come in here, fight your fights, get your linoleum, and yeah, just do this every single day. 3 fights a day is all you get, so you need to make the most of it. So let's go ahead and grab this Lily team. Let's go trial battle. And I actually grabbed my team that I used in Wargame last time. This got me to Jester 3 with relative ease. And even then, my Haruhime wasn't maxed at the time. So, let's see what happens. Now, I feel pretty confident that this is going to be a shutout, at least against this team. I don't know if that's going to be the case later on. But you will notice this works exactly like Wargame. And I mean exactly like Wargame. So, overall, I don't see a massive difference here between that and this mechanic. The only difference being, they can pretty much select which team they're facing. That's really about the only major difference here between the two. Now, so there we go. I am Little Rookie 2. Check that out. And we got 30 points. That is absolutely awesome. And we got 100 of the linoleum tiles. So, I'll take that. Let's do another one. All right, it's loading. It's coming up with some teams for me here. And once again, top team is victory points 30, so we're going to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and see. We've got 3 updates remaining. Oh, I thought it was 3 updates a day. It's actually 3 updates per fight, so you have up to 9 updates a day. Ooh, check out the lead team. I like picking... Ooh... That's going to be a tough one, but it's not a very well-balanced team. Though I do see some ailment there. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to bow out of that one. Let's try again. Okay. This one, once again, not terribly well-balanced team, but let's see what happens here. I don't have a huge amount of faith this is going to work, but we'll see. We'll see. The biggest problem that we have at this point is everybody's pretty much on the same level. So your top 30 team could be a team that you're like, I sincerely regret picking this. But who knows? My team is pretty awesome, so let's just kind of see what happens. And, of course, Lily wrecks him out. So there we go. That's an example of, utilizing the update to the best of your ability. I probably could have updated a couple more times, maybe gotten like a weak team or something like that, but I felt fairly confident. I emphasize fairly confident, not crazy confident, but fairly confident that I could have beaten them. So now I'm up to, let's see, I have 200 tiles, it says. So 200 linoleum tiles, and I need 2,000 for the 4-star ticket. But we're getting 100 per run, so that's not too bad. Who in the happy... Okay, they'll get crushed. Absolutely crushed. I think. I feel pretty confident. Forget it. Let's go in. Let's fight this team. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I feel pretty confident that... Oh, they didn't take as much damage as I thought they would. Oh, they're dead. So that was that. GG, no re. Let's go. So yeah, pretty much that kind of shows you the ups and downs of this battle mode. Basically, you can go in here, you can pick your team, you can pick your fights. Sometimes you get bad matchups, sometimes you get good matchups. Who knows? My first set of matchups, they were awesome. The set of matchups here a moment ago, not so much. But, that last one wasn't so bad. But I am out of fights. I am completely devoid of, being able to continue here. So that kind of hopefully gives you an overview of what you're looking at with this game mode. Like I said, it appears that the victory score 30 is always on the top. Victory score 20 is always in the center, and victory score 15 is always on the bottom. So make sure you pay close attention to those. I feel like a lot of people, the first few runs of this, are gonna miss that and probably just pick whatever team they feel like they can easily beat, and they can miss out on a ton of points. So make sure you pay very, very close attention to that, because it is very minute. It is easy to miss. That honestly should be right here on this side in big bold letters, if I'm completely honest. But that's me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Do you like this mode thus far? And like I said, we'll come back probably about every week. And what have we learned? What's new? What's different? Are you still enjoying it? Etc. Etc. There's a lot to talk about. It's a brand new game mode, and it is basically just like a modified version of War Game, in my opinion. But yeah, it is what it is. Like, comment, share. Catch you guys on the next one.